Boxing Gyms, G-E-M-S, Boxing Gyms. Check it out, study some of those videos there. The guy's phenomenal. His name is Ryan. I'm telling you, all right, you'll pick up a lot of knowledge there.
Fight fam, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification. Class in session. The Harrison jab was as successful as we thought it would be in the pre-fight film study. Harrison has one of boxing's best jabs, and Tszyu had issues with jab defense. Tszyu always utilizes an active or inactive high guard. When Tim wants to pressure to eventually counterpunch, he could literally become frozen in stance, waiting on the counter. That means every movement after being frozen is 100% reactionary and requires a great deal of anticipation and quick reflexes, including the tuck, catch, or blocks with the backhand to defend the jab. With Harrison's active lead hand constantly probing and feinting, Tim had issues dealing with his jab.
Body, he's not really tense.
Legs again, not four.
Mid 6 power punch.
In their moments, there that
gets the undisputed.
Relatively speaking, Harrison kept the backhand holstered at range for the majority of the fight. As soon as he threw the backhand in the fight, Tszyu was pulling and countering with the backhand uppercut, which caught Tony clean a couple times. Taking a step out of this fight and previewing the next, I'm taking notes if I'm Derek James or Mel Charlo. If Tim is going to repeat a counter uppercut off the cross, then it may be a good idea to turn a 3 or lead hand hook over in combination behind the cross as Tim is bringing his head back straight to the A slot. The counter uppercut is a great tool, but it has its risks. The old adage is you could close your eyes and counter an uppercut with the hook, and anything repetitive in boxing can be timed. Tim was patient and poised in his high guard and adding constant pressure, which made Tony back up in straight lines, which eventually landed you on the ropes. The surrender of ring positioning took away Tony's option to control distance with reverse steps. Tszyu could close distance, turning Tony's rangy jab into a more dangerous mid-range jab, giving Tim the countering opportunities he was looking for. Without the backhand to keep Tim honest and backing out in straight lines, then no lateral movement, there was nothing stopping Tim from getting to his spots mid-range and letting go of his power punches to the body and head.
Here's a good 1-2. Joe stats. Yeah, Harrison's effective punch.
Just get off too fast.
We're at the halfway point. Let's see what our unofficial score.
In the film study, we talked about Tim being good at breaking attempted clinches and still being able to get his offense off. He did a phenomenal job at countering Tony's attempts to smother, typically with the lead hand hook, but then various other maneuvers and punches.
Cut by Tszyu. From Tszyu yet. He's weak for 12.
for a right hand from Harrison and
We're expecting when you were training. He tried to give Tszyu some move. There's a left hook to the body by Tszyu.
Tony was utilizing level changes throughout the fight to initiate offense. He would change levels, then shuffle forward with an up jab.
of course. Mentally and physically. Wait until like the third, fourth round. We're like, all right, this is the beginning.
Eventually, Tim started attacking the level change and was able to have successful sequences landing power punches.
Let's take a look at what the 3-in-1. He's got one
At that good range.
And keep in mind, this is the round where
with that right hand.
Yeah.
Throwing it.
At times, Tony would lack defensive responsibility in being mid-range with his lead hand down. In round 3, Tszyu made him pay for his positioning after a leaping lead hand hook and his irresponsibility with the lead hand. By round 4, Tony finally started using his lateral movement and having some success pot-shotting with the jab and stifling Tim's offense. Typically, when a fighter uses lateral movement, the simple trap is to get set before your opponent so you can attack while he's vulnerable and out of stance. When Tony did that, he was successful.
he's so poised.
However, sometimes Tony would use lateral movement along the ropes and then wait for Tszyu, essentially giving up his advantage while not gaining any significant change in ring positioning as he's still on or very near the ropes.
The undisputed king.
By getting a lot of experience tonight against Tony Harrison. And
The issue that ended the fight was Tony's tendency to try and duck Tim's jab. Tony would try to change levels mostly on the center line with his backhand in front of his chin to deal with Tim's jab. It was effective for some sequences. Mechanically, if you're changing levels with a low lead hand and you aren't moving your feet, all to catch or block a jab, you're leaving a lot of responsibility on your lead shoulder that is only covering a piece of your head to protect you from the backhand. Tony got hit and hurt by a backhand that hit him towards the back of his head after ducking the jab. He ends up pivoting inside and just stands there. Tim posts and lifts his head to set up the backhand, which hurts Tony very badly. No clinches, so that was all she wrote.
Harrison, and a right to the runner. Harrison's hurt. He's get hurt. Tszyu backs him to the ropes. Here's a left hook. No movement, no holding.
Yeah, he needs to guard him.
He's got to hold on. Double uppercut by Tszyu. He's looking to stop Tony Harrison and drops it.